everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and I have another book review for you today on Night Falls on Predicament Avenue by Jaime Wright. That title is a mouthful. Trying to remember it, so I had to look at it. Anyways, this was Jaime Wright's newest release this year, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, I finished it today in the midst of a very big thunderstorm, so it's perfect weather to finish this book and talk about with you all. And thankfully, the weather is now calm and there's no thunder or giant rainfall, so it won't interrupt my talking about this book. So this one, if you don't know Jaime Wright, she has dual timeline mysteries, which are quite a bit more suspenseful than most Christian fiction. I would not put her in the horror category, but she does have some very intense moments where, like, you might need a blanket at night to read by, but I don't think she is that creepy. And there's always an explanation behind the antics going on in the book, as she says, Scooby-Doo explanations, which of course. So in this one, we're following in 1910 and a century later, so I guess 2010. But we're following Effie back in 1910 and Nora during this time. And so I love her mysteries, how they connect through time and through history, and we see connections in both timelines. I guessed who did it in the past timeline. I did not guess who did it in the present timeline. So I was totally wrong about that, but that's okay. Hey, I got half right. Not bad. But anyways, we're following Effie, and she, in 1910, she goes with her sister to the house on Predicament Avenue. It's supposed to be, very creepy, and nobody has lived there. And so Effie, will do anything that her sister says. So her sister says, I want to look in the house. I want to go and just look in the house. So they go, and they end up witnessing a murder. And her sister actually sees the crime, and Effie actually just hears it, but she's taking care of her sister because her sister passed out from the shock of it. So they end up going back home, and her sister is now mute. She won't say anything about it. She wants nothing to do with it. And Effie's like, I have no idea what happened at all. And so police officers go there, and the crime is pretty much cleaned up. There's no evidence of a crime that ever happened there. And so she's like, great, I know my sister wouldn't lie about this. What is going on? So she's trying to figure out all that. What is going on with this strange house? So a century from that time, we're following Nora, and she has great representation for social anxiety in here. I thought I had social anxiety. Apparently not as much as this girl, but we're following her, and she actually owns the house on Predicament Avenue, and she made it into a bed and breakfast. It's kind of known for its haunted house features type of thing, and a man actually dies in the house, supposedly seeing a ghost in the house. And so she's worried about getting sued. What's going on? Of course there's no ghost, but she's worried about getting sued. And, she's trying to figure out stuff. Her own sister got murdered, and the case was never solved. And so she's dealing with that, dealing with her social anxiety. And, she wants nothing to do with her sister's crime anymore until a podcaster comes and digs up the past. So this book was very gripping. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually think I finished, I was 10 to 20% of the way through a few days ago when I started this. But then this morning, I binge read the entire thing and finished it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, this one's a good one. I definitely enjoyed the suspense, and as we unfold, at the end of the book, and we get to see the reveals and how both timelines are kind of connected and everything. I really enjoyed it, so definitely check it out. I will link it down below where you can purchase it, and I usually link Baker Bookhouse because they always have books on sale and free shipping, so definitely check them out. Thank you to Baker Publishing and Bethany House for sending me a copy of this book to read and talk about with you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.